ninth mantra. Nagnau dvavaja vishanisho ajahyeka bhoktrubhogyarthayukta anantaschatma vishvarupah अनन्तश्चात्मा विश्वरूपो ह्यकर्ता स्वयं यदा विन्दते ब्रह्ममेतत्
अनन्तश्चात्मा विश्वरूपो यकर्ता त्रयं यदा विन्दते ब्रह्ममेतत्.
So Gnatva Devam Muchyate Sarvapashehi was told in the 8th mantra. And as we have seen, Shvetashvatar Upanishad, one of the specialities is to highlight this idea that Jnanena Moksha. By knowing Ishvara in his true nature as yourself, you become free from samsara, free from bondage. Of course, for getting knowledge, you require sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, which I have not told about. The price last time bolte hai na. So for getting this knowledge, we require certain preparedness of the mind. Viveka means nitya anitya viveka, seeing that everything is impermanent, only Ishvara is permanent. Vairagyam, dispassion. Dispassion means, which Swamiji used to say very nicely. Dispassion means seeing this fact that what I am struggling to attain is not going to give me what I really want in my life. What I was trying to get, money, fame, relationship, all of them are not going to really give me what I want. That objectivity towards all objects, all people, all situation, that is called Vairagya. Vairagyam does not mean hatred. Some people think that, see, this Mahatma, no, you take money, he will be so angry. So much Vairagya. That is not Vairagya. Or we have one story there that Shishya wanted to test the Vairagyam of his Guru. What type of Shishya is? And therefore, he put 1 rupee coin or some coin under the pillow of the Guru. And then afterwards, night, he was watching from the window. This is a Shishya. And he saw that Guru could not sleep. Every day he was sleeping well. But that day, he could not sleep. Whole night he saw Guru was tossing from this side to that side. So Shishya, morning he went and did Shashtang Namaskara. Guruji, you have a great Vairagya. Because this coin was there, he could not sleep. This is how people think that this is Vairagya. This is not Vairagya. That if money is there around, you cannot sleep, then you have got some value for it. Or some objects are there around you, you have got allergy, then it shows that still some value is there. So Vairagyam does not mean hatred towards anything. In some particular sect, the sannyasis have the rule, they should not see woman's face. If they see, they have to fast for that day. They have to fast. The women themselves will say, no, no, we don't want to see them. So still they want to see, so they will, some arrangement will be there. Some side window, they will see this Swamiji. See, I really respect those women. That even though they are, avoided, still they respect, they do seva and all this. Anyway, so that is not Vairagya. That you feel disturbed in the presence of something, that is not Vairagya. You neither get attracted nor have any repulsion. That is Vairagya. I generally give my example that if I go to market, I have to pass some sari shops. Saris will be hanging, no? Seeing that sari, if I feel disturbed, something is wrong with me. Or seeing the sari, then oh, मेरे life पे तो कोई sari वाला आया ही नहीं. Nobody came in my life wearing sari. So that is another problem. Neither of these happens. This is one more thing, that's all. So Vairagyam. Then Shama, mastery over the mind. Dhamma, mastery over the organs, which you require very much in Rishikesh, especially in this ashram. Mastery over the organs, because every day different sweets are there. And they will say, ek aur le lo, one more. You have to have some Dhamma. Otherwise, at the end of the course, what is the take home? 2 kg. Take home is that 2 kg. I am going to give take home for the camp, but this is take home for common take home. Dhamma, Uparama, withdrawing from all unnecessary activities and just focusing on what is to be done. That is called Uparama. Titiksha, accommodation. Sometimes fan is there, sometimes fan is not there. People become so restless about it. Angry, fight. One person will make it 1 to 2, other will go back and make it 1. Third person will go and switch off. So class में वही चलता रहता है, class नहीं होता है. So let there be yadrichaya upapannam, whatever come. Titiksha. If something is in your hand and without disturbing you can use it, do it. In your room there is a fan and you can adjust according to your requirement. Nothing wrong. But if it is disturbing to someone, then I should be the first one to adjust. Titiksha. Very difficult. Nowadays people have a lot of pain tolerance. The previous generation, it looks like people more tolerance they had. The present generation, so much intolerance. This I can't bear, this I can't do, this I can't do. So much impatience. The patience is one characteristic of titiksha. If somebody is very slow in telling, doing things, titiksha. Some of you might have titiksha with Swamiji also. Swamiji, you are going very slow. Once only this many shlokas. 9 shlokas. How many classes are all? About 12, no?
This is 14th.
14 class. Swamiji, what is your speed? Not even 1 shloka per class. I have titiksha. I tell this, that whether you learn Vedanta or not from me, if you attend my classes, titiksha will be developed. That is guaranteed. If you survive. Some people leave the course also. And by the way, one thing I wanted to clarify, just by the way, yesterday, while giving some example, I said, I will see you in Anaikatti. So some people took it seriously. I was so amused by this when I heard this. I am not going to do anything. I am not a cannibal, okay? So, I'm not going to eat. So don't be afraid. Whether you want to come or not is a different thing. but I am not going to harm you or anything. So you are welcome, and I will welcome you with smile only. So okay, so don't worry. People think, oh, Onaikati is Swamiji. I do not remember also how many will come. So don't worry about that. So I am just giving an example. I don't know why that example came. It came. So Titiksha, Shraddha, these Shraddha means sense of validity in the scriptures and the statements of the teacher. That is called Shraddha, Pramanya Buddhi. And Samadhanam, the ability to focus on the given task, especially this study, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. And finally, Mumuksha. Mumuksha means intense desire for moksha. If Mumuksha is not there, then you will not be able to sustain the pursuit. You may start because of some curiosity or intellectual stimulation. You may start, but you will not be able to sustain. For sustaining the pursuit of knowledge, you need to have this mumuksha. So these qualifications are there, then Dhatva. But Swamiji, how to get these qualifications? Karma Yoga and Upasana. Doing one's duty with the attitude of worshipping the Lord, Ishwararpana Buddhya, Swadharmanushtanam. Performing one's duty with the attitude of serving the Lord, worshipping the Lord, and receiving the result with the attitude of prasada. This is called Karma Yoga. And it is not like a one day affair. Some 3 days I did Karma Yoga, 2 days I did Upasana. Now I am starting Dhyana Yoga. It doesn't work that way. 3 days, 2 days course is not. Some 7 days course. 3 days Karma Yoga, 2 days Upasana, 2 days Dhyana Yoga. Moksha complete. So it needs to be done for some days, years, not days, years. And by Karma Yoga, one gets Chitta Shuddhi. By Upasana, meditation on Ishvara, one gets this Chitta Nishalyam, steadiness of the mind. And then Sadhana Chatushkaya Sampatti is there. And then Dana, the pursuit of knowledge, is there in the form of Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasanam, and by that one gets Jnanam, and that gives freedom. That is Sarva Pashahi Muchyate. And that is explained in this next 3 shlokas. And in the first half, we were seeing Jnadnau, Alpagna, Jiva, and Sarvagna Ishvara. Both of them are Ajau. They are Anadi. And Isha Nisho, many commentators here, Isha Nisho, they say it's a Chandasa, it should be Isha Nisho. But somebody pointed out that there is word in Sanskrit, Ish Shabda is Shakarabda. So Ish, Anish, if it is done, it is okay. Then it is not Chandasa, Isha Nisho. But also, without making it Chandasa, we can take it as a regular usage. And Ajahi Eka, and one Maya. Maya is one. Even though it has got power of projecting so many things in the world, Vividha Vikshepa Shakti Mati, even though it has got power of projecting so many things, but it is considered one. One power of projection and veiling together is called Maya. So Eka, which is also called avidya sometimes. Maya and avidya sometimes, as we saw last night, they are used synonymously. But sometimes, in some context, like in Panchadashi, etc., Maya is considered to be Upadhi of Ishvara and avidya is Upadhi of Jiva. That type of difference is made. That Maya. So 6 things are Anadi, we saw. Now, we saw Jiva, Isha, Vishuddha, Chitta, Avidya Chitor Yoga Shadasmaka Manadaya. Somebody asked me, where is this sloka from? We do not know the author. Traditionally, this sloka is given. Here one question may come. Swamiji, 6 things are there since time beginningless. Then, how can you say Advaitam is reality? Dvaitam. Dvaitam also you are not accepting. You are accepting 6 things. Dvaitam is duality. So I was thinking that word for that. What is it called? Shaditam. Dvaitam is having 2 things. Shaditam is having 6 things. So when you have got 6 things as anadi, means they are always there, have been there, then how can you say Advaitam is reality? For that our answer is, even though 6 things are anadi, but out of the 6, only Vishuddha Chit, pure consciousness alone is reality. And when we say Advaita is our Siddhanta, the main principle, Advaita has to be understood carefully. Advaita means reality is one. Paramarthika Satta or Paramarthika Satyam is one. Absolute reality is one. That is what is called Advaita. Vyavaharika, empirical of plurality we do accept. When we say Advaitam is Satyam, what we mean is the reality is only one. That is the right Siddhanta. So Advaita means reality is one. One non-dual reality is called Advaita. Empirically there can be many. Experientially many. Like we gave the example that you are one in the room. Reflections can be many. And therefore Advaita does not mean that there is no experience of plurality. Experience of plurality does not dismiss Advaita. Why? Because experience is of only the Mithya Padartha, unreal ones, real is only one. And therefore, even though 6 things are accepted as anadi, reality is one, therefore Advaita stands. That is incidental inquiry. Now this Maya, what for it is there? What does it do? Bhoktru, Bhogya, Artha, Yukta. Yukta means engaged or Parikalpita, assumed to be there. For what? Bhoktru. For giving the status of being experiencer to Atma. Bhogya. For projecting the objects of experience. And here Artha is in the sense of Bhoga. Artha means Prayojanam. Bhogya is meant for what? Bhoga. Therefore Bhoga means experience. So this Maya is meant for giving the Bhoktru status, experiencer status to Atma, also for projecting the Bhogya Padartha, experienceable objects, and also to bring about the experience of Bhoga by creating instrument for Bhokta and bringing about the association. Therefore, Maya is responsible or engaged, Parikalpita, assumed for Bhoktru, Bhogya and Artha. Experiencer, the object of experience and experience. So, Abhokta Atma becomes Bhokta as it were because of Maya. This is the state of Jiva when Jiva is under the spell of avidya, spell of ignorance. But Yada, the last quarter, Yada, when Trayam, these 3, Etad Brahma Vindate, when a person Vindate finds, knows when a person finds or knows all three to be this Brahma, then he becomes free from the notion of doership and sense of limitation. That will be said in the third point. So here the appreciation of a person is presented. Trayam. Trayam is three. Now these three can be taken as Bhoktru, Bhogya and Bhoga. All three are nothing but Brahma. In the sense, all the three have got their being in Brahman, their existence in Brahman. They do not have existence apart from Brahma. In this manner, when a person discovers. And when he discovers Brahma, it is not the discovery of Brahman as an object, but discovery of Brahman as oneself. So when one discovers that Bhoktru, Bhogya and Bhoga are one Brahma, which is me, then he becomes free from bondage. And this Trayam is also taken as Jiva, Ishvara and Vyakta Vyakta Jagat. So three are described here, Na, Agna and Eka, Maya. All these three, Jiva, Jivatma, Ishaha, Paramatma, and this Anatma, material principle, which is having the manifest state and unmanifest state, that Anatma, all three of them are Brahman alone. They do not have existence apart from Brahman. In this manner, one understands. Means one understands Brahman to be Advaitam. Brahman alone is. All other are appearance of Brahman. The reality is Brahman alone. And in this manner, when one understands, then Tada, we have to supply Tada, Atma, the self, who was looked upon as Jivaha, that self, Anantaha Bhavati. Ananta Bhavati means becomes within the quote, becomes limitless. Means person owns up oneself to be limitless. When you understand Brahman well, then you own up yourself to be limitless. The culmination of Brahman is in discovering oneself to be limitless. You cannot say, I know Brahman, but I am limited. Then your understanding of Brahman is not complete. Your understanding of Brahman is complete only when you understand Brahman to be Atma. So culmination of Brahma Jnanam is in the self-discovery. Similarly, other way around also we say that culmination of knowledge of the self is in Brahma. You know yourself well only when you have understood yourself to be Brahman. You have understood Brahman well when you have understood Brahman to be yourself. So wherever you start, whether you start from Atma, then you will culminate into Brahman. Or you start from Brahman, you culminate into Atma. You cannot have the knowledge of Brahman complete without including Atma. So culmination of Brahma Jnanam is Brahman is Atma. Culmination of Atma Jnanam is Atma is Brahma. And therefore, this person, when he understands Brahman well, then what does he understand about himself? Anantaha. Ananta means limitless. And therefore, he is Vishwarupaha. I am Anantaha because I am Vishwarupa. I alone am in the form of everything. I I am Ananta, limitless, because nothing is limiting me. We have seen earlier there are three types of limitation: time-wise, space-wise, and object-wise. Time-wise limited means being born at some point of time and being gone, coming and going, remaining only in one period of time. That is called time-wise limitation. Remaining only in a particular place, space-wise limitation. And being only one particular object, this is pot. It has got potness only, it does not have bookness. So, being a given thing, not being anything else, that is called object-wise limitation. So, when you think of pot, then book thought is gone. When you think of book, then pot thought is gone. So, one is displaced by the other. But this Brahman, which is Atma, is of the nature of ease, and whatever you think of, existence thought doesn't go away. Sadbuddhihi na vyabhicharati. In the Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter, one important, 16th sloka of 2nd chapter. Nasato vidyate bhavaha na bhavo vidyate saha. There Bhashyakara says, Sadbuddhihi, existence cognition doesn't go away. Whatever cognition is, existence cognition is. And therefore, no object can displace me. Therefore, I am Anantaha, Vishwarupa. I am Anantaha, and because I am Vishwarupa. Either way we can say, I am Ananta, therefore Vishwarupa. I am Vishwarupa, therefore Anantaha. Vishwarupa means I am of all form, omniform. Vishwarupa. And Akarta, he means indeed. Earlier also he was there, indeed. Eka, he is there, he means indeed. Well known. I am indeed Akarta. When I see myself to be limitless, then I discover myself to be free from this doership. How? Doership comes only when I identify with limited body, mind, sense complex. When I see myself to be limitless, then I am not confined to any particular body. And therefore, there is no identification with the body, and therefore there is no kartrutvam, akarta bhavati. I discover myself to be akarta. And that is what is called sarva pashehi muchyate. So sarva pashehi muchyate, the result which was talked about in the 8th mantra, is elaborated. What is the meaning of sarva pashehi muchyate? Akarta anantaha vishwarupaha bhavati. So in this mantra, Jiva, Ishvara and Maya were presented as Anadi, and the knowledge of that Paramatma, knowledge of the limitless reality as Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara is the means for being free from all bondages. That idea was highlighted. Alright, Anvaya. Go, Dagno, Ajo, Ishanisho, Eka, Ajahi, Bhuktru Bhogyartha Yukta, Avidya or Maya Bhavati. Yada Trayam, Etad Brahmam, Vindate, Tada, Atma, Akarta, Anantaha, Vishwarupaha, Cha, Hi Bhavati. Alright, one grammar point is there. Those who know, this Brahman is a Chandasam. Generally, as per grammar, it should be Brahma. So, Brahman, in Tamil Nadu, they will say Brahman only. So, as per Tamil Nadu grammar, Tamil language, Brahman is correct. They will say Brahman, Ashravam, everything Mam only. But not everything, many things are Mam. So, but in Sanskrit it is Brahma, not Brahman. Just for those who know grammar. Others can be remaining blissfully ignorant. No problem. So you feel happy. Like, thank God I don't have to bother about this. You can enjoy the fact. Alright. Now, Natva Devam Muchyate Sarva Pashayi, that is further elaborated. The result of knowing this Paramatma in his true nature is further elaborated in the next shloka. Ksharam pradhanam amrutaksharam haraha क्षरात्मानावीशते देव एकः तस्याभिध्यानात् योजनात् तत्त्वभावात् भूयश्चान्ते विश्वमाया निवृत्तिः क्षरम प्रधानम अमृताक्षरम हरः क्षरात्मानौ ईशते देवः एकः तस्य अभिध्यानात् योजनात् तत्त्वभावात् भूयः च अन्ते विश्वमाया निवृत्तिः. So in the beginning the Jagat and Ishvara are talked about. Ksharam Pradhanam. Pradhanam word generally used in the sense of Prakriti or Maya. But here it is in the form of Karya Rupa Pradhanam. So Jagat Rupa Pradhanam. So Pradhanam here means the world which is the effect of Pradhanam Maya. And that world is what? Ksharam. Ksharam means perishable, changeable, both the meanings are there. So Ksharam, mutable or perishable. So this world is Ksharam, perishable, mutable. Haraha. Haraha refers to the Lord. Chandok, this Shvetashvatar Upanishad presents the Lord as Shiva. We will get so many other words. Rudraha, it will come. Some Upanishad presents Ishvara as Vishnu. Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam. So, same Ishvara can be presented in different ways. Shiva also, Vishnu also. So Vishnu is greater or Shiva is greater? The devotees of Shiva and Vishnu are fighting. They say Shiva is great. Because in Shiva Purana it will be said Vishnu and all of them came and asking for a favor to Shiva. That type of story will come. When Tarakasura is there, then nobody could kill, and so Vishnu and all of them came. Like that story will be there. So you think what? Shiva is the boss. In Vishnu Purana it will be what? That Shiva, Brahma and Shiva and all devatas went to Vishnu and prayed. And therefore people get confused that Shiva is great or Vishnu is great. Both of them are same. Only depending upon your liking to a particular form, the glory of that particular devata is given. Some people don't understand that spirit and they keep on changing the mantra. When they read Shiva Purana, in that he said Namah Shivaya is the greatest mantra. All mantras are included in this, and there is no mantra like Namah Shivaya. So this fellow starts. So one Purana is over. Then he goes to Vishnu Purana. And Vishnu Purana it will be said Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. That is great. Om Namo Narayana Ashtakshara Dvadasakshara. That is great. तो उसको छोड़ देते हैं. अब ये विष्णु पुराण दिस ग्रेट. Then he reads Skanda Purana. So in that Skanda mantra will be great. So Namo Sharavana Bhavaya. Sharavana Bhavaya Namaha. So that is great. So we need to understand that these are different names and forms to refer to same Ishvara. Like one and the same person has got father aspect, manager aspect, president aspect, friend aspect. You may like one aspect. I like him as a friend. As a husband is not good. So, so that is okay. So you invoke a friend in him. That is your choice. But he is both. He is a manager, he is a husband, he is a friend. Similarly, same Ishvara is presented sometimes as Vishnu, sometimes as Hara. Here it is Hara. And Vishnu is called what? Hari. One is Haraha, Shiva is called Haraha. And this is Hari. So don't think Hara's wife is Hari. Don't use that type of logic. Hari also is a masculine word. And both of them have got the same root, Haru. And both have same meaning also. Harati Papani iti Haraha, Harati Papani iti Hari. Both have same meaning. So Haraha means Ishvara, the Lord. And what type of Ishvara is? Amrutam Aksharam. Is Amrutam, immortal. And Aksharam is changeless. Haraha is Amrutam Aksharam. And that Devaha, which is called Haraha, Ekaha Devaha, one Lord called Haraha, Ishate, rules, governs. What? Ksharatmanav. Kshara means the world. Atma here refers to Jivatma. So one Lord, Ishate, governs the Jagat and Jiva. Here grammatically it should be Ishte. So Ishate is a plural and Devaha Eka is singular. Therefore Ishte is the regular form. Ishate is Chandasa. Chandasa means special usage in Vedas. It's called Chandasa. Why is it called Chandasa? Because Chandaha means Vedas. Chandasa means related to Vedas. So a special usage occurring only in Vedas is called Chandasa. Just those who want to know what is Chandasa. So Ishate word is a Chandasa. So the meaning is one Lord rules over Jagat and Jiva. How? Being Karma Phala Data, being the giver of the result of action. So depending upon the karma of Jiva, the world is manifested. So what part of the world will be manifested is decided by Ishvara based on the karma of Jiva. So through karma or being a karma phala data, the giver of the result of karma, Ishaha Ishate. That is why right now whatever weather is, that weather is manifested based on what? Based on the punya papa of the people here. You can call it punya phalam, depends. If you like this weather, punya phalam. If you don't like this weather, still it is there. So Ishvara has got very master computer as it were. Imagine by one situation, the punya and papa of millions of people are simultaneously exhausted. The COVID exhausted punya and papa of so many people, millions of people. Some people got benefited. Some people lost so many things. Both. So Ishate, karma phala pradhanena Ishate. And Jiva, as long as under the spell of ignorance, it will continue to have this bondage of getting karma phala, punya papa phala in the form of sukha dukkha. But if he wants to come out of this, then what is the provision? That is said in the next half. Tasya abhidhyana. Tasya means ekasya devasya. Abhidhyana means chintanam, inquiry, thinking, deliberation. By the deliberation on that Lord. So you relate to Ishvara initially as Artha Bhakta. Artha Bhakta means devotee in distress. Means when you are in trouble, you remember Ishvara. Therefore, during exam time, there is a big crowd in the temple. You know why? Because children will go that time only. And Bhagwan, this time थोड़ा maths में थोड़ा कमजोर है, so little bit weak, थोड़ा easy paper. So whatever, or person is in distress, financial difficulties, so he goes to the temple and tell Bhagwan that if you get me 1 crore, I will give you 100 rupees. You know what? Bhagwan says you should be fair. You know what is the correction? 100 rupees and 1 crore. Well, but that's how. So when you are in trouble, you remember Bhagwan. Then what type of devotee you are? Artha Bhakta. Artha means afflicted, distressed. Bhakta in trouble is called Artha Bhakta. That is how we start. In fact, we started because we want to solve some problem. When things are going on well, we don't remember Bhagwan. But when things are not going on well, okay, then we remember. Therefore, Kabira said nicely, Sukh mein dukh mein sumiran sab kare, sukh mein kare na koi, sukh mein sumiran jo kare, dukh kahe ko hoi. Means, he said people remember Bhagwan only in dukkha, not when they are happy. In Gujarati they say that when you are in dukkha, you remember Hari. In Sukha, you remember goldsmith. You want to make some ornament. So, Sukha mein sumirana jo kare. If you remember Bhagwan, even in these your happy moments, then you will have very less dukha. And so, Artha Bhakta, you start your journey, then you become what? Artharthi Bhakta. Artharthi means what? Even though trouble has not come, and you are going to start the project. Right now there is no trouble, but you are anticipating some trouble. So what you tell Bhagwan, right now problem is not there, but let this project get completed without any trouble. So I am giving you one coconut. So this is called Artharthi Bhakta. I call it anticipatory bail. Preventive measure. That is Arthat. He wants something from Bhagwan. Right now, trouble is not there. But he wants Bhagwan, you give me this, give me this, give me this. And that is Artharthi Bhagwan. Artharthi Bhakta. And one thing is, being Artha Bhakta or Artharthi Bhakta is not bad. It's not wrong also. So if you are doing this, Swamiji, I am Bhakta only. Don't feel bad about it. At least you are Bhakta. Bhagavan Sri Krishna praises Udara Sarva Evaite. He said all are good. Bhagavan doesn't have problem. Why you have problem? Artha Bhakta, Artharthi Bhakta. But Bhagavan says there is something to grow into. And that is Jignasu Bhakta. Jignasu Bhakta means a devotee who is desirous of getting the knowledge of Ishvara. Because he wants to attain Ishvara. So this Jignasu Bhakta is telling Bhagavan, now I do not want anything from you, I want you. So Bhagavan also will like it. No? I don't want anything from you, I want you. I tell the story. that one king had gone away from this capital, and when for so many days, and when he was coming back, he was to come back, then he sent messages to his queens that what would you like me to bring for you? So different queens say different, you go where the place where you have gone, these ornaments are very good. Somebody said dresses are very good. See, somebody must have said curtains are good or something. I am just imagining what are they. So different people gave the message back that I would like you to bring this, I would like you to bring this. Then one queen said, I want you. So what king did when he came back? He had brought all those things. So he gave whatever whoever wanted saris, and sari was given, sent to her. Ornament was sent to her. And where did king go? To that last place. You know. So she got the king. Similarly, the Jignasu Bhakta is the one who said, I don't want anything from you. Enough I had asked. That's what I have been doing. Now I don't want anything from you. I want you. And how can I get you? By knowing yourself in your true nature. That is what I have heard. Therefore, I want your knowledge so that I discover oneness with you. That bhakta is called Jignasu Bhakta. And that Jignasu Bhakta, what does it do? Abhidhyana. Abhidhyana means dhyanam done very well. Abhi means very well. And whenever we hear the word dhyanam, what comes to your mind? Morning 7 to 7:25 only comes. Means sitting in posture and all this. But in Sanskrit, the word dhyanam doesn't have that restricted meaning. Dhyanam word is derived from dhyay dhatu. Dhyay chintayam. So dhyanam literally means thinking. And therefore abhidhyana means inquiry into the nature of Ishvara. And therefore abhidhyana has got the meaning of Jnana Yoga. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam is called here abhidhyana. And by the Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam, what will happen? Yojana. Yojana means uniting, joining with the Lord. And here joining is in the form of discovery of oneness. So abhidhyana means Jnana Yoga, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Okay, what is Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana? Some of you might not be knowing. Most of you are very advanced students, but some of you may not be knowing. So I will tell you. Shravana means, simple meaning Shravana, means the technical meaning is there, but simple meaning is listening to the sentences of the Vedanta from a traditional qualified teacher. That is called Shravana. Manana means resolving the doubts by deliberation with the help of reasoning. Nididhyasana means contemplation upon what you have understood and got convinced of by Shravana and Manana. That is called Nididhyasana, contemplation. And all three put together are called Jnana Yoga. The Jnana Yoga, Abhidhyana means Jnana Yoga. Yojana, by that what happens? First thing is, there is a discovery oneness between me and Ishvara. I and Ishvara are superficially different. But my true nature is the true nature of Ishvara. So we are essentially, factually, really are one. That is called Yojana, discovery of oneness. But since there is a strong samskara, impression of the Veda Buddhi, therefore it may go away. Again, Ekatva, Jnanam seems to go away. Really doesn't go away, but seems to go away, overpowered. Therefore, you require a lot of Nididhyasanam. And by that Nididhyasanam, what happens? Tattva Bhava. Tattva bhavat means tattva nishthayaha. See, remaining one with Paramatma, abiding in oneness with Paramatma. So, Yojanat is the discovery of oneness, and Tattva bhavat is remaining in the understanding of oneness. Knowing and abiding in the knowledge are different. Sometimes you may know, but many people say this, Swamiji, I know it, but exactly when crucial moment comes, no, this knowledge is not available. Karna was cursed like this by one Brahmana, that you will be knowing this archery well, but when exactly crucial moment when you need it, you will forget it. That's what happened in the Mahabharata battle. That when exactly when he crucially when he needed, he forgot. And most of us, most of the people are like Karna. So otherwise, Swamiji is a class, Vedanta class, or if somebody asks me by chance, then I tell very well about Atma, Brahman and all. Until that person, runs away, I keep talking. But Swamiji, when crucial moment comes, when somebody tells me, or my son or daughter, get into some difficulty, aham brahmasmi, aham sarvatmataha, that goes away. It means jnana nishtha is not there. So tattva bhavat means abidance in oneness with Paramatma, means abidance in the knowledge of oneness with Paramatma is called tattva bhavat. Jnana nishtha, brahma nishtha, atma nishtha, tattva nishtha, all these words are used. And because of that, all these three, what will happen? Ante. Ante means at the end. Means in the culmination of all three sadhanas of Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasana. In the culmination, as the culmination, what will happen? Vishwa Maya Nivrittihi. Nivrittihi means cessation, removal. Vishwa Maya, entire Maya. There will be removal of entire Maya. Entire Maya means Maya along with its karyam, effect. What is the effect? Effect is in the form of considering myself to be karta, bhokta, parichinna, the world to be satyam, different from me, Ishvara to be different from me. All these are karyam, effect of Maya. So that Maya along with its effect, nivrittihi, removal. So as the culmination of these three sadhanas, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam, which result in the discovery of oneness and abidance in oneness, the result is Vishwamaya Nivrittihi, the cessation of the entire Maya. And it will happen in two stages, about which we'll see in the next class. Om